Hi, group number twos. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are talking to the fairies, and we're just kind of getting a general idea of what's going on and just asking them for advice and just checking in with them because we haven't talked to the fairies in a minute now. So this is the card that brought you guys in today. It's card number 3, Bad Dragon. This card talks about being a little bit naughty, but I will talk more in depth about this card later. I'm not going to read it directly out of the book, but I'm going to talk about what it means and stuff like that after we get our tarot cards. So here we go, group number twos. From just the energy of the card, I'm getting that our fairies might want to give you a little bit of a talking to. They might want to talk about some negative behavior or negative emotions that we've been having, or just maybe some advice about moving forward in whatever your situation is currently. So, fairies, can we get some messages for my group number twos about whatever this is? Clue me in on what's going on. Fairies, would you please give us some information about this naughtiness? Feels like either somebody is hurting my group number twos, or my group number twos might be hurting somebody with their behavior. So, could you please give us any messages you have about that? You know, fairies are a little bit naughty, so they're quite experts in the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. You know what? I think that's all we want for this reading. So, let's see what cards you guys got. I'm going to show you all the cards, and then we will talk about them after I show them to you. So, here we go. Card number 1, we have the Death card right out the gate. She's a really pretty Death card too. So we have Death starting off your reading. Then we have the Knave of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Then we have the Justice card. Man, 2 major arcanas already. Stuff is going down. And then we have the 8 of Cups. Eight of Cups. Then we have our 6 of Cups. Next is the Empress card. This is actually one of my favorite Empresses that I have. Oops, sorry. The Empress card. Next is the Devil card. Wow. Lots of major arcana in your guys' reading. Devil card. And last but not least, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Let me just take a quick look at this spread, and then I'm going to talk about it. Ooh. Okay. So this week's reading does not have a particular spread. It's what I call story time, or story reading, where you just read the cards as they come out. So 1, you have half of your cards are major arcana. I would like to say whatever you're going through, whatever big change is happening in your life currently, it is divinely guided. It is divinely chosen. So, yeah, it's big, and it's meant to happen Whether or not that is comfortable for you, I don't know, but it is a bit out of your control. It is something that needs to happen for things to move forward. So, what I'm seeing in this reading is that there is a lot of change coming or already beginning to occur. I'm seeing an ending of some sort of relationship. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but it's something that you care deeply for. It's something that you really opened up your heart for. But it is now ending, and it hurts a lot. But the cards are saying that this separation, this ending, it is something that needed to happen for you to be able to move on from a certain situation, from a certain person, from a certain job, like whatever it is that has ended. And it was something that you innocently loved. You thought it was what was best for you. The universe is saying, no, we've cut it out of your life because it was not actually serving you. In fact, it's something that you needed to leave behind. And you feel like there's this big piece that's missing now that has ended, whatever that is. So you might be acting a bit devilish. Because you feel very unstable. You feel very wistful is the word that I'm hearing. Perhaps a little bit sorry for yourself. But I think this is all just talking about how this is a part of the growing process, how this is a part of change. This is a part of evolving. This is a part of your evolution forward. Without this loss, without this change, without this death, here's a phrase that I hear all the time in the therapist community. If nothing changes, nothing changes. This change had to happen for the wish that you have in your life to come true. It could not occur without this big loss, without this big change, without this death. There could not be resurrection. There could not be movement forward. You were really stuck. And the whole point of this was to show you the bonds that you were keeping yourself in. The bonds that actually had no hold on you, but you lived in them because you blindly believed, because you blindly had faith, because you blindly loved, because you had trust in people. Now, I'm not saying that trust in people is wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. No, what I'm saying is that, like, some people are not worth your belief, your childlike belief in them. This experience, whatever it is, has taught you that, and it's been a tough lesson, and it sucks. But it has also taught you to take care of yourself, that other people cannot fill you. You have to fill you first. And then as you fill yourself, as you become whole in just yourself, then you will be able to reach back out to others. But for now, the universe is saying, we gave you this lesson so you could break your bonds, so you could be untethered, so you could find yourself. And that's a tough road to walk. They are not saying that you will be alone forever. That is not what they're saying. They're saying you needed to find you, and that was not going to happen in the current situation that you were in. The bonds needed to be break so that you could reform better, more healthy bonds. Oh, wow. I just saw 1212 on my camera. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but look up the angel number 1212. I bet you will find some really important meaning in it. So I'm just going to read you, well, I'm not going to read straight out of the book, but I am going to paraphrase this card for you guys, just to give you an idea. Okay, so the key word to card number 3, Bad Dragon, is judgment, which is interesting because judgment and justice, they always come out together, at least in my experience. So let me just read through this and give you the highlights. Okay, so I am going to read you the little chant, but basically this card talks about how you or someone in your life is being chastised. It's talking about judgment and how sometimes we place our judgment on ourselves and on others. And the lesson is not to judge other people, but instead to learn from the situation that you are in, about how to better yourself, instead of judging other people. It also talks about, if we're judging ourselves, how can we learn from this to love ourselves better? How can we write the next page? How can we stop having guilt and fear about what we have done or about what we have experienced, and instead learn from them and grow past them? Yeah. Take the information you've acquired and move forward, is what it says. So I'm going to read you this little chant. It says, I ask in the name of Spirit that I be gifted with the insight and knowledge that will keep me on my spiritual path. I ask for help in dealing with all that happens in my life and the ability to learn from it. I ask for guidance that I not be judgmental. Life is but a lesson that leads me to Spirit. So be it. This is Let Yourself Off the Hook Day. So, yes. Yes. The last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to shuffle my Heart of Fairy Oracle, and this one I am going to read to you out of the book because I much prefer the writing in that book. So, here we go. All right, fairies, can you give me one parting message about this really hard parting that group number 2 has been experiencing and what they can learn from it? Could you please give us any messages you have about this hard parting of ways, or just lesson that has been learned, this one? All right. So, ooh, I like this. So you guys got card number 4, which is the Queen of the Day. In this deck, there's a group called the Queens, and they each have a different realm, and this is the Queen of the Day. Like, of actual day, not like she's just the queen for today. But we are going to read her to you out of the book. So, card number 4. Queen of the day, grace, beauty, blessing. The queen of the day is the queen of blessings. She holds those blessings in the palm of her hand, and she leaves peace, calm, and a sense of well-being as she passes. She is the embodiment of what we sometimes call a state of grace. She is the light after the darkness, the sun and the shadow of an awakening day. If you are lucky enough to draw this card, then you are blessed. Enjoy the moment and enjoy the day. Be aware of the beauty around you, no matter where you are or what situation you find yourself in, for there is beauty everywhere if you have eyes to see it. Stop and think about how this day, this situation, can be seen in a better light. Beauty and grace are there, but you must find them. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's really all they have to say. Thank you, fairies. Yeah, I don't have anything to add. So that's your reading group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did like it. And I will see you all on your next reading. I hope you have a blessed everything. Thank you so much for watching. This was Pan. Bye, guys.